Associate the north with the crone. I see the north as the frozen land, the land of hibernation and slumber. So it's kind of a cross in between. For me, nothing to me is cut and dry. So for me, as the winter comes, as autumn ends and winter comes, that is the beginning of the crone. And the final aspect of the crone, before maidenhood, is the darkest time. It is the north, it is the frozen land, it is the hibernation, the black, the eternal sleep. So I associate the crone from the period of late autumn through Yule and into the dark. For me, each season blends into the next season. So there's an aspect of transformation between. And I know the poem that you're talking about, Queen of Heaven and Queen of Hell, and I can't remember the title of the poem. Let me see here if I can find it in my... Yes, she is also associated with winter. I associate the crone with autumn through winter, and then maiden from spring through early summer. Does that make sense? And then the mother from late spring through summer. So each one is a transition. Does that make sense? Now, during the darkest time, if you were to break it down into Maid Mother Crone, first quarter full and last quarter, then for me, the purest form of the crone would be during the dark or the new moon. The 3 days of the dark of the moon belong to the crone, and that's my path. So everybody's going to have a little bit of a different spin on what they believe in. But for me, it's a blending of the seasons. There is no just summer, no just winter, no just fall, and no just spring. It begins, it fades into one another. Does that make sense? And welcome everybody. My name is Watershins, and this is the Open Circle. You're welcome to join me. You're welcome to tune me out, whatever you'd like to do. Yep, go ahead either. You go right ahead. And I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Marcus Agrippa. We are very, very pleased to have you with us. You bring a special wisdom and a special teaching that this room is really happy to have. So, welcome, my sage. Well, thank you very much. I wanted to talk a little bit about, believe it or not, a new card cartoon that is out and about from the Disney Channel. And I thought you'd find it a little bit interesting. Has anybody listened or watched the new Disney show called Gravity Falls? I think you'll find it intriguing, to say the least. I'm going to put up a link that shows you a little bit of what I'm talking about. And you tell me what you think. Gravity Falls. This is a new Disney show on the Disney Channel. And it is loaded with symbolism of the Illuminati. So, if you'll switch over to the page, I'll walk you through a little bit. I'm dying to tune it in. It looks absolutely fascinating. No, I found it quite interesting. So, if you go up to the very first still, not the video, you notice that Uncle Stan is wearing a Shriner's hat. If you scroll down, you'll see a picture of a Shriner. And then you'll see, in the next still, a jar of eyeballs for sale at Uncle Stan's store. Continue to scroll down. Here you'll see a finger on a page with a spiral of the triple goddess, the all-seeing eye. Scrolling further down, you'll see the six-fingered hand, the shooting star, the question mark, the pentacle. Very common symbols. Scrolling down again, you'll see more jars of eyes. If you go a little bit further, you'll see an eye in the mountain. Scrolling down further, you'll see the pyramid of the all-seeing eye. The next still is the owl. Bohemian Grove, also a trademark of the Illuminati. But one of the most fascinating pictures that I saw was the run directly under the owl. And if you look in the distance by the door or by the candy machine, you'll see the Star of David. Above the children's heads, you see some of the symbols of the elements, along with the Shriner's hat. You notice that he is grouping money. The carpet that the children are walking on is a pyramid of the all-seeing eye. Scrolling further down, you'll see the compass makes the A of the shack, accompanied with the all-seeing eye once again. So, there's a lot of symbolism in this little cartoon that is just fabulous. Oh! Holy cow! Wow! Boy, that was a hell of a net split. That was awesome. So did anybody get the, back to normal. So did anybody see what I was pointing out with the link? To Gravity Falls. Here you go. I'll fire that link back for you. Here you go. how many Illuminati symbols that you can actually see in this new children's cartoon from Disney. Fascinating, isn't it? But I was really interested in this. I was watching some things on YouTube, and I happened to run across this by chance, and I thought, oh, how interesting. So, there was something else that I wanted to show you, too. You might want to bookmark this, and this is something that I am trying to learn, and it is how to see the human aura. Now, this gentleman is very easy to understand and very easy on the eye. So I figured I would share this link for you. And this is a tutorial on how to see the human aura. Oh, you live in a Masonic household, Sage. I think it's absolutely fascinating. And as you go through Disney, you'll see Masonic symbolism in Tom and Jerry cartoons, all sorts of neat stuff. So it's really, really interesting. So it's something that I'm going to keep my eye on. It's just curiosity. So there's a link I wanted to share with you on how to see the human aura. It's something I'm still working on. It is not something I've mastered, not by any means of the word. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Litha. First of all, even on the dollar bill. Yeah, there are a lot of shared symbols, and I don't point it out because it's something I'm necessarily, I don't see it with any animosity. I think it's fascinating, but I don't see anything really with fear. Yeah, National Treasure, that was a really, really good one. I think that starred Nicolas Cage, if I'm not right? Now, do you guys all know that the supermoon, we're having a supermoon this week? And if I'm not mistaken, it is on the 22nd or 23rd, if anybody could correct me on that. But a supermoon basically means that it's going to be a little closer to the Earth, and you'll see a bigger, more detailed, thank you very much, Winter Child. Oh, thank you, Lord Ra. Yeah, I'm a bona fide, and I love conspiracy theory stuff, so, it's fun for me. I like to dig. Right now I'm kind of caught up in the Monsanto GMO thing, and following that quite a ways back. There's a lot going on the Monsanto front, and finally they're starting to be talked about around the kitchen table, and I think that's quite interesting. So that's one of the things that I really, really avoid is GMO products as much as I can anyway. And when I have to eat a GMO product, I would rather eat it in the form of fresh produce than something like corn syrup and corn syrup solids and crud like that that's in a sack of chips. But there was something that I wanted to show you. Oh, here we go. There was a poem that I wanted to read for you. Ha 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 ha, you know me and my poetry. But this is something that I thought, because I think we've all been looking for a little inspiration among our fellow chatters here. And that's something I'm really thrilled to have Mr. Marcus Agrippa here with, really sowing some of the seeds of learning judgmental way, accepting that we all see things in a slightly different way. And I was watching the chat with where you were talking about the tarot and the use of tarot as not only a divination means, but as a tool, an altar tool, symbols of earth, air, fire, and water. So it was really educational. It expanded on the things that we already knew and love, and you really are bringing a breath of fresh air that we all, I think, very much appreciate. So, in the light of that, this is what the poem that I wanted to read to you. Because in this room, we all have the ability to be instruments of change. So here you go. There is a woman who weaves the night sky. Watch how she spins and see her fingers fly. She is within us, beginning to end, our grandmother, our sister and friend. She is the weaver of the web. She is the needle, and we are the thread. She changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes. Touch us, change us. We are the changers, and everything we touch can change. So I really wanted to share that with you because this is, in this little place that we have here, thanks to melodies, we have an unusually blank, beautiful canvas to write with. We can share the way Marcus shares and the way Lucid shares. And there are so many people here with so much to give. And we are all experts in one thing or another, even if it is only ourselves. We all have different ways of doing things. So, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Litha. And Litha is coming up, and it's the summer solstice. Now, Litha is the festival of growth. It's the season of expansion, when crops burgeon forth. We forget winter's cares and spend our days basking under the brilliant light. The summer solstice brings us the longest day of the year, the zenith of our Sun King, and also his death as the Holly King dethrones him and takes reign over the now waning year. From now until Yule, the light will fade into darkness. This is a time of lovers and gardeners. A rutting fervor of Beltane has deepened into the passionate eroticism that grows when partners become familiar with one another's rhythms and moods. It is the love between those committed by heart as well as body. It is the love of parents for their children, be they two or four-legged. Everywhere we look, ripeness spills over from the field and from the forest. Litha is the height of the divine marriage, when the Oak King falls, his vigor and prime giving way to sagacity of the Holly King. And even as the goddess prepares herself for the harvest and for cronehood, the goddess Litha, at the summer solstice, the goddess is the generous mother, Freya Flora, she who gives life and fruitfulness to all her children. Everything in nature is generous, otherwise we could not live. The apple tree makes hundreds of apples every year, and only one seed in one apple would be enough to reproduce that tree. The bees make honey so the hive can survive the winter, but they keep on working all summer long, storing enough to share. Life could exist without climbing roses, striped butterflies, songbirds, raspberries, and wildflowers, but the goddess keeps making new forms of beauty for us to enjoy. The goddess at summer solstice gives us not just what we need, but extra. We can feel close to her by being generous, giving more than we're asked to give, and doing more than our fair share. That way, we can make abundance for all. The rose is the goddess symbol for this time of year. Roses bloom abundantly in June, and we can take joy in their sweet scent and the lovely colors of their petals. Now the god of Litha, since his birth at the winter solstice, the god has been growing into the life in the visible, tangible world, and now at the summer solstice he transforms. The daylight is longest and strongest at this time, but now the power of night must begin to grow again, and everything and everyone who fulfills their purpose must change. The god dies in this world in order to be born again in the other world, and before he was awake in this world and asleep in the dream world, and now he becomes the dreamer, asleep in this world, but awake in the world of the dreams and visions, the seed of what will come to be in this world. He becomes the messenger. He carries our hopes and our prayers to the spirit realm. The god is also the partner of the goddess, bringing abundance to all of nature. He is Lu, the sun god, and he is the ancient power of life, who was known simply as the good god, the keeper of crops, the provider of his people. Now, at the summer solstice, the altar, the family altar, can be covered with flowers, especially roses. Water around the altar. You might also place things that you have completed or let go of, or are trying to let go of. Add any first fruits of the season, and of course images of the sun, sunflowers, and other symbols of the holiday. You might have a special section on your altar for things to give away. Take one thing off your one altar and bring it to your family altar, or find one thing special to contribute, and let the things stay during the holiday season to soak up blessings, and then give them away before Ludnasa rolls around. The colors of Litha are green and gold. Gold for the god and green for the goddess and the earth. Not only do they represent the sun and the verdant forest, but they represent the colors of fairy and fire magic. The color accents include sea green and red, especially when red roses are added to your altar. Incense, herbs, and woods. The incenses of the season should be full and robust. Rose, violet, fir, and cedar are all good. Tangerine, frankincense also work very well. And if you want to work with herbs at this time, St. John's wort is one of the most popular associated with Litha. It's also connected with the holiday, are parsley, basil, mint, thyme, violet, dragon's blood, and lavender. The woods of midsummer, of course, are oak, fir, mistletoe, and holly. Now, instead of the 9 fires being used, most of the midsummer fires are kindled from oak and fir. The midsummer fires were used much like balefires to hex cattle for health and safety, and to drive away baneful influences. And they also represented the power of the sun at its zenith. I associate Litha with the pregnant mother, the mother in all her big, fat, glorious, round glory. So, coming of Litha, in honor of the celebration, I ask everybody who's willing to give something away, to say goodbye to one thing and leave it back in the winter of your heart. Take something that was important to you and pass it along to somebody who is important to you. To sacrifice. Does everybody understand why? We all do. We have tons of things that we look at every day that we haven't touched in ages, that would make somebody else smile and would share for one moment the joy of the radiant sun and put it on their face. So give the gift to the sun god. Give the gift of abundance by sharing a little bit of what you have or what we have stashed away, thinking that we'll use and that we only notice when you walk by. Oh, awesome. I have things to send out. Nice. The truest way I say that we can honor the god and the goddess is with our own generosity. Now, does anybody have anything to add to that? What are you going to do for Litha? And what are you going to do for this brilliant, super full moon that's coming up? Anybody willing to take some pictures? Don't worry, I understand about being disorganized. I am about the most scatterbrained person you'll ever know. So tell me, has anybody put something special on their altar for the summer solstice? And if you have, what is it? And what does it mean to you? I think pictures are definitely in order. You know what would be wonderful? Is to actually have people submit pictures of their Litha altar, and we can post them up on the main chat page. It'd be an absolutely wonderful way for us to share the blessings of the season, and maybe we could take pictures of the things that we're willing to give away and trade them with one another. I have many, many things that I'm willing to give to you. So, what does everybody think? Anybody have things that they're willing to let go of in the honor of the season and in the glory of the sun god? But we can celebrate in so many different ways. You're going to hold up a sunflower and take a picture of yourself. Take a picture of the sun. Do one thing that brings you joy that you can share. But we all have things that we walk by every day that we thought we really needed, but we don't anymore, or that we've grown out of. So, why don't we trade them off? Why don't we give them to one another? I am quite happy to do so. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about is wands. How many out there use wands? I love you too. Your inspiration's already in there. I have some, here uses their wands in practice. And when you use your wand, what do you usually use it for? You don't Somehow I see an opportunity here. I think I might have one, made of mesquite. Please feel free. I usually prefer using my finger too, but I have a beautiful one that was sent to me from Wind Grace. So a little bit about wands. A wand, simply put, is nothing more than an energetic tool. It can be used to focus a witch's intent and energy. The wand can be used to cast a circle, bless wines, bless cakes, and direct energy at a specific area or object. The wand may also be used to draw energy into the witch towards the spirit of the witch. It is a focal point to draw in natural energy, or to be used to invoke the goddess, a conduit between and of the life force. It's an extension of the witch, same as your hand, and like any other tool in a witch's cabinet, the wand itself cannot perform magic. It will just lie where it is placed until it's picked up and used. However, the wand does contain the metaphysical properties of the material it is made with. So, if it is made from wood or crystal, it does have its own life. Most history on wands have come down through verbal tradition. Though there are many stories of wands in history and myth, very few have been found and dated. Probably due to the fact that, especially in the northern cultures, wands were usually made of wood and had a tendency to decompose over time. Most known culture and magic, and from which many of today's traditions have come from, are from the Celts and the Druids. Their history goes back to at least 500 BC, and though others historians say much further back than that, the Druids were a shamanic people of the South, the Celts, a step above the normal healers of their time. To become a druid meant to become a judge, a counselor, a mediator, and a healer, besides knowing the works of a shaman. Typical training took from 12 to 20 years, and the Druids used wands along with many other tools, had a very respectful relationship with nature, and a wand would be made from a tree that contained properties of the reason or purpose for which the wand was intended. Druids were very in sync with nature and would only cut limbs for wands according to the natural pruning season. In some cases, a tree could only be cut on a specific day and at a specific hour. Druids believed that the tree had a life force called the dryad. The dryad was the spirit of the tree, its essential pattern. It is a living being linked to the tree and grows with it, but at the same time living in the astral dimension. When a limb falls or is pruned from the tree, the spirit stays in the wood. Now, after Christianity took over in that part of the world, the stories were distorted, and the wand's association with the druid was that of an evil tool used to transform people into animals or for shape-shifting. So because of the negative propaganda by the hierarchy, wands were just as feared as the owner of the wand. There are many Celtic stories that swore the done. Wands were in fact large parts of the stories and were used to do exactly as stated above, turn people into creatures. And yet, in the stories, seldom was this done out of spite, but to show the person transformed a lesson. Druids often, in fact, carry wands, staves, rods, or stangs. Does everybody know what a stang is? A stang is like a staff with a forked top. It can be placed in the ground and can serve the purpose of a mobile altar. So a stang can be an altar or it can be a staff. It has its own special spirit. Absolutely a wonderful tool to have. It can be decorated out with the seasons. But in essence, the wand is simply still an extension of the witch. It's a tool, historic and ancestrally, and is linked to the path that most of us follow today. So knowing the metaphysical qualities of woods, metals, crystals, and gems, and other materials that are used in today's wands only helps us to focus more of our intentions and spin our magic. Wands and its cousins are also linked to the tree of life and the origin of existence. They are the rawness of the goddess, nature, and the elements, available for a witch's working, and to make a direct magical current between the practitioner, the god, the goddess, and the all. When I type this, hold on, let me read back for a second. In the honor of the season, maybe one of the lessons that we have to learn. Yes, the chieftain trees, the shrubs of power. There are so many wonderful lessons in the woods that we use. So many wonderful powers in the woods. When we go to ash, you can use your ash for your protection and your healing, and your birch for rebirth, cedar for healing, elm, protection and love, wisdom of hazel. There are so many. For here in my area, mesquite is very, very abundant. So we have a tendency to use mesquite in a lot of our wands. It's also very good for your magical fires. Oak, protection, health, and strength. You can use the different woods to empower each one of your wands for a different use. And the Om symbols, which I am very rusty, I have an Om set, but I am not well versed in the Om. So if that would be something, maybe you could teach us, Marcus. I would absolutely be fascinated to learn more about the chieftain trees, the shrubs. I know about my basic woods, but learning as a group the uses of willow and wand making and moon magic and the yew, it would be absolutely, ironwood is very abundant in the foothills. We have a lot of ironwood. What I do when I'm making my wands is I tend to go to burnout areas. And when I go to the burnout areas, I like it because the woods have been endowed with heat and fire. They have been very, very quickly robbed of the moisture, so they don't have a tendency to get parasites. They are hard rapidly, so they have almost the consistency of a petrified wood, which is ironwood. They actually clink. They're as hard as oak, even though they're mesquite, but they are absolutely wonderful for There's no wood rot. There's no fragility in the wood. They don't, of course, everything decomposes over time, but these woods are unusually strong, like manzanita. They're heavy, they're condensed. There's no flaking in the wood. So when you drop them, they sound like a coin disc. But they're wonderful for making runes, views, wands, staffs. So right now we're talking a little bit about wands and different uses of woods. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, what happens is that the trees, as they die, they start to flake in the wind, and they don't dry fast enough to keep them from splintering and falling apart and becoming very fragile. So going to the burnout areas and just working the soot off and getting down into the red of the wood is just an absolutely amazing transformation. Oh, sting. S-T-A-N-G. And yeah. And I like that fire has been used in the wand and in the wood. It's a quick evaporation. It solidifies the wood beautifully, and it's wonderful on ceremonial fires. So let me see. There was something else that I wanted to show you. I was wondering, I wanted to see if anybody out here would be willing, to share either an experience of the supernatural or by proxy an experience of the supernatural. So we're looking for ghost stories. I want to have a ghost story night where we all sit around and we light the candle and we raise the hairs and the hackles in the backs of each other's necks. And for this project, we could call it kind of the witch's chat version of Ghost to Ghost. I would give my phone number out in PM, of course, and you guys could call in. I'll put you on the air, and we can exchange spooky stories. Now, these are all first-person stories of your brushes with the veil, or things that you know of, anything spooky, or you go ahead. So, anybody up for a good ghost story night? Oh, gotta have a chance to get our stories together and refine a little bit. What I would do is, anybody who has a story, I would send you my personal number, and what we'll do is we'll get on here, and I will put you on speakerphone, hook you up, and we will all just kind of chit-chat and exchange our stories. I have a couple of good stories to tell you. And I'm not going to talk long, but I had one story that I would like to tell you. Lance and I, we have to go to Phoenix once in a while. I have back issues, and my pain clinic, unfortunately, is about 3 hours away. And there's a halfway point in a little gas station that we pass along the way. And we went down and we were driving down to my appointment. So about an hour and a half, we come to the gas station where we usually fill up, and they have this big old collection of rocks. And our tradition is to go and dig through the rocks. So we're digging through the rocks, and I make jewelry, so I have a tendency to wear different necklaces as I go, to each one of my appointments. And at this gas station, there's this one little gal that we occasionally say hello to. Now, mind you that my doctor is very, very Christian, so I take special care not to wear anything that would betray my pagan view of life. So whenever I go, I usually am just wearing a stone necklace of some kind. So, as we were digging through the rocks, my husband had wandered away to the men's room, and the lady that was standing behind the counter, said hello, as she always does. And she looked at my necklace and she says, "Oh my, that's by far the favorite one you've ever worn." So, on a whim, I took my necklace off and I slid it over to her on the counter. And I said, "Since you like it," I said, "it's now yours." And she looked at me very strangely and she says, "Really?" I said, "Of course." I said, "Keep it and wear it in good health." So I turned to leave. And as I was walking to the restroom where my husband was waiting for me, from behind me I heard her call. And what she said was, "Blessed be." Now, she had no idea that I was pagan. The only thing she'd ever seen is the fact that I wear a different rock necklace whenever I come in. And I turned around, and we met, and we locked our eyes, and I said, "Blessed be." So you never know when you take a risk, and when you do something on a whim. It's usually the god and the goddess that are moving you to do something. So listen sometimes when you hear that quiet nudge saying, maybe you should stop and follow your impulse just a little. You never know who you're going to meet. But I made a new friend, and I thought that was wonderful. Now, there's one other poem that I would like to tell you. Is that cool or what? It was a wonderful, serendipitous moment. Sometimes you just have to listen to what moves you. Awesome. All right. Lucid, you've already got my number. So, I will pick it up when you call. And when we do phone in. Now, the other thing, too, that I would like to talk to you about, if you don't have a spooky story or a ghost story or something supernatural you would like to share with us, then share with us a little bit of your own bio. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Let us know who you are, what you're interested in. Share with us maybe a poem that you really enjoy, read by yourself. Exactly. Listen to your gut, and sometimes when you're standing in line somewhere and something says, turn around and talk to that person. Maybe you should. You never know who you're going to meet. This is how we all join hands. So when you call in, give us a call in, and we're going to either do a ghost story or a poem or some sort of little self-profile. Maybe introduce yourself, welcome to the room, talk to everybody at once in your own voice. Why not? I'll go first. I have some first-hand ghost stories that I can tell you. Some little brushes with what I believe were genuine brushes with the next life. So, Mr. Marcus Agrippa, I know I'm pulling you out. But I really want to say that I have been absolutely thrilled with watching you. And Anthony, welcome aboard again. I'm glad to see you. Hi, Newfie. So, keep in mind what you would like to do. And, it doesn't matter. The one I'm going to tell you isn't scary, but it does mean a lot to me. And it doesn't have to be a ghost story, some sort of encounter that you have that is shown to you and proven to you that this is not the end. I have a feeling that Marcus is going to teach many people many things in this wonderful, gentle way that he has. And that thrills me to no end. Now, you asked a question earlier, Mr. Agrippa, and that was regarding the poem, Queen of Heaven, Queen of Hell. And I'm trying to remember if that was the charge of the goddess. And I am trying desperately to remember that. So, let's see. A snake eating its own tail. Infinity. Let's see something here. I am trying to figure out which one that is. That Lady of the Moon. Charge of the Goddess. Charge of the Dark Goddess. And I cannot remember. Throw me a bone. Yes. Sorry, I was trying to find that darn thing. It's from this spell. Would you be willing to put up a link, Mr. Agrippa? And Charge of the Goddess. stories while you do it. You lost me on that one, love. Yeah, I know it's an invocation of the goddess, but I just can't remember the name of it. And I'm hunting. Oh my god, no! Okay, wait. Hold on, let me see if I can find it so I can read the whole thing for you. Let me see if I can read it for you. Here we go. Here we come. This is called Binding a Spell. This is from, I think, Witchcraft Ramara Doreen Valiente. And I know I say that with a Spanish roll. Okay. I'll read it to you right now. And let me get back to my page real quick, so if you'll bear with me. This is called Binding a Spell. Come ye as the charge is made, Queen of Heaven, Queen of Hell, horned hunter of the night, lend your power into the spell, and work our will by magic right. By all power of land and sea, by the might of moon and sun, I call the earth to bind my spell, air to speed it well. Bright as fire shall it glow, deep as tide the water flow. Count the elements fourfold, and in the fifth the spell shall hold. Yes. So does that ring any bells for everybody? Now, here's one that I think I will read to you before I bow out for the evening. And this is actually called Call to the God. And because it's Litha, and the sun is at its zenith, and we're celebrating the bounty of the god. I think this is the one I'll share with you before I sign off for the evening. I know this is a little shorter than usual, but my husband is off tonight, and I think we are going to cuddle up together and have some quiet time before he has to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But I'll be in and out a little bit later on tonight. So here I give to you Call of the God. I am the radiant king of the heavens, flooding the earth with warmth and encouraging the hidden seed of creation to burst forth into manifestation. I lift my shining spear to the light. The lives of all beings, and daily pour forth my gold upon the earth, putting to flight the powers of darkness. I am the master of beasts, wild and free. I run with the swiftest stag and soar as a sacred falcon against the shimmering sky, and the ancient woods and wild places emanate my powers, and the birds of the air sing to my sanctity. I am also the last harvest, offering up grain and fruits beneath the sickle of time, so that all may be nourished. For without planting there can be no harvest, and without winter there can be no spring. Worship me as the thousand-named son of creation, and the spirit of the horned stag in the wild, the endless harvest. See in the yearly cycle of festivals my birth, death, and rebirth, and know that such is the destiny of all creation. I am the spark of life, the radiant sun, the giver of peace and rest, and I send my rays of blessings to warm the hearts and strengthen the minds of all. Blessed Litha, everybody. And remember the challenge for this season. Give something to somebody that you no longer need, that will bring a smile to somebody. Share, because during this time, our bounties are overflowing, and we have enough to give. So to you I offer who was it who said that they needed a wand? Litha, was that you who said you needed a wand? Are you still with us, Litha? Who was it who said that they needed a wand? Litha, then for you I will make a wand, and I will make it of mesquite, and I will bind it in leather. So when you're ready, and when the wand is finished, I will tell you, and I will send it to you. So my gift to you this Litha night is to create your wand with intent and love. Blessed be.